Thank you very much, Sanda.
I said you're one of the MPs. That's correct, right?
That's right. That's right.
What's your from the organizer's perspective? What's your own assessment of your event on Saturday? Why the choice of Tamale, and would you say you met your targets?
First of all, looking at how the event turned out, I'll give the organizers an A1. I decided to exempt myself because I want to give credit to whom credit is due. The people who put together the program, Stan Dogbe, Joyce Bawa, Obovia Dako, and my boss, MJMC. I mean, all of them, the organizers, to the foot soldiers who came there in their numbers, I give them A1, and I thank God Almighty for making our launch a success, very successful. Now, why we chose Tamale? I think it's been simple. First of all, we chose Tamale because they are also voters in the upcoming 2024 election. We chose Tamale because everybody in the 5 northern regions will join Ghanaians to vote and elect who becomes president. But most importantly, we chose Tamale to show the entire country that Northerners are not divided on who to choose in the upcoming election. Northerners have made a choice. Northerners have decided that they will go with a man who has the northern regions at heart, who has the Ghanaian people at heart, who has done it before, who is tried and tested, and they would 100 times choose that person over a man who goes about lying, a man who hasn't done anything for the northern regions of this country, a man who came to the north only to lie to our chiefs, only to deceive them, and only to use northern projects as a conduit to siphon money from the state. And remember the recent Palugu irrigation dam project where $12 million has been doled out, and yet there's been no show there. Lots of other projects that have had their mobilization paid. I mean, the people of Yendi who came to the Jubilee Park told us that Baumia came to lie to them. He came to tell them he'll give them water, he'll give them an airstrip, he'll give them an university. He lied, and he hasn't done it. And the people of Yendi still remember how President Mahama asphalted their roads, how President Mahama constructed the Eastern Corridor Road, how President Mahama gave them some cheap compounds. The people of, the Savannah region still remember how President Mahama constructed the Fofoso Solar Road. They remember how President Mahama gave them an E-block at Mpaha, how he gave them an E-block at Daboya, how he gave them a hospital in Bipe, how he gave them a share nut factory in Bipe, how he gave them the Savas and the Diamond Cement in Bipe, how he gave them a polyclinic at Bamboy. The people of Tolong still remember how President Mahama gave them a hospital in Tolong. The people of Nyankpala remember how President Mahama gave them the Avnash rice processing factory there. The people of the entire northern region remember how President Mahama revamped the Tamale airport of international status. And on that score, they have taken a decision that, look, they have tested 4 years of President Mahama. They have tested 8 years of Alhaji Baumia being the head of the economic management team, and not even a single project has Alhaji Baumia brought to them. And so, yes, a referendum was passed, and we went to Tamale to demonstrate that. And we think that for the first time in the history of this country, the Jubilee Park was filled to capacity. Anybody who saw the numbers there, I saw media men even struggling to get space to pass. I met a man, a media person, I'm on your station, so I don't want to disclose his channel. And he told me that, wow. He kept saying, wow, this is incredible. We've never seen this. And I said, of course, this is the North, and the North belongs to the NDC, because it is only the NDC that has remembered the North. Even from the days of Jerry Rawlings, we used not to have lights. It was the NDC that brought light to the North. We used not to have tarred roads. It was the NDC through Tesek, if you remember, that started constructing our roads in the North. We used not to even have good water. It was the NDC that brought water to us. And so in all these things, we still remember the good things the NDC has done for us, and we went to the North to demonstrate that, and we are certain that we have demonstrated that enough. On the 7th December 2024, we will demonstrate that in votes, and the NPP will never, ever come near any part of the 5 northern regions again, because they will know that it is not their territory, and they have nothing to showcase within those territories. So that is the answer to why we chose the North.
I see. During the big speeches, one of the issues that came up was that you NDC folks are not going to sleep on December 7 all the way to December 8 or 9. You're going to keep vigil. What is your suspicion, and how do you intend to cure that?
You see, when you're going into contest with another party that has got no message, sometimes you don't have to be satisfied. if we're going into an election where, look, we are all churning out policies, we are all moving forward, then we can be confident that our policies defeat them. But the NPP seems reluctant. Dr. Bawumia has 3 policies. 1, he says he's a Northerner, they should vote for him because he's a Northerner. 2, he says they should vote for him because he's a Muslim. And 3, he says that they should vote for him because he can do 8 years, and John Mahama cannot do 8 years. Those are 3 policies. So sometimes I ask myself, are these people really in contest? I mean, what is their end game? And so we are determined that we'll win this election with 3 things. 1, with our good track record. 2, with our policy statements that seek to find solutions to the problems of the suffering Ghanaian. And 3, that is most of all, is vigilance on the election days. We are not going to bed. If you listen to President Mahama on the stage there, at least we know that we are confident that, look, we have never insulted Kwame Nkrumah. President Mahama didn't do that. Prof. Nana Jane didn't display arrogance like the other one has been doing. President Mahama never lied like the other one has been doing. He went on board and he professed solutions. Yes, it is true. That is what the Ghanaian people want to hear. He gave them solutions to their problems, and the Ghanaian people believe in him because they have seen him do it before. That is not enough to win an election, because if you're in contest with an elephant, you should know that it takes so many bullets to bring it down. Some of those bullets will be vigilance. You have to be vigilant, you have to open your eyes, and that is why we are not complicit as a Ghanaian people. Yes, the grace of God is on President Mahama. Yes, the will of the people is on the side of President Mahama. But we must add vigilance in order to safeguard the grace of God and the will of the good people of this country. And that is what we are determined to do on the 7th of December, 2024, Sunday.
You have been accused of having no message either, and that the only message you have is 24-hour economy.
Oh, then the problem is that they don't really listen, and they have refused to tune into stations like City FM and the likes. All they do is to continue listening to Alhaji Bawumia. If you're going to listen to Alhaji Bawumia, you get corrupt. President Mahama has professed setting up farming cooperatives in all districts where farming takes place, where we supply them with farm equipment so that farmers could get access to these products like we used to do in the free fertilizer distribution and the hybrid seed distribution and the cocoa program. You remember, we would do same again to all farming communities in this country. President Mahama has been speaking about the Women's Bank. He stated that, look, women need to get access to easy loans, women need to get access to soft loans and to expand their businesses so we could have a balanced economy. Just as he has chosen Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman as his running mate, who is female, we need to make sure that all other women are also developed in the same light so they could benefit from some of these policies he's bringing on board. President Mahama has spoken about the 1 million coders. We seek to bring the youth on board and to ensure that all these people get equipped in IT. All these youths in this country, look, we are over 1.8 million Ghanaian youths are unemployed. They are seated in the house. The last time I was speaking, a very corrupt deputy minister told me that I was unemployed. And I said, of course, I, together with 1.8 million people, be unemployed. Why? Because Akufo-Addo has given our job to his daughter, Jane Nkrumah. You, the minister yourself, you've given the contract I would have gotten to your brother. And Bawumia has also copied people, and the job I would have got is giving it to Abu Ramadan, his in-law. The other job is giving it to Mr. Ramadan as ambassador to Saudi Arabia. The last job I would have got is giving it to his brother, Mumuni Ramadan. And the other job maybe my sister would have gotten is giving it to Larba, his sister, as gender minister. And so you people have shared it. The national cake has virtually been turned into a family cake, and you are sharing it at a family house. Why will I get a job? But President Mahama says no. Ghana is for all of us. He needs to equip the youth in IT. So 1 million jobs are coming on board. We're going to teach the youth in coding and also to help them decode and make some good money from IT. Sandra, you agree with me that the world is going, digital, and the world, of course, is gradually moving into an electronic world where we use IT. People are cashing out, making all sorts of monies over the internet. And President Mahama thinks that, look, we can equip the youth and we can get them to do this. The GPRTU is a pension scheme. Sometimes you see a driver who has been driving on all these streets, and for how long it takes, when he finally retires, he goes into abstract poverty. President Mahama says that should be a thing of the past. He feels the plight of the suffering drivers, and he thinks that he needs to set up a pension scheme for them. Look, President Mahama is going to clear over 40 ministers and reduce his ministries to just 60. We have 60 ministers in the Republic of Ghana. Fantastic idea. And every minister, sometimes the government spends over 100,000 on a single minister. Imagine clearing 40 away. You saved over 40 million. Cutting down on reckless expenditure, we'll be able to create jobs for over 100,000 youths in this country and pay them 3,000 or 4,000 Ghana cedis a month. That is a positive policy for the people of this country. But above all these policies, this This is an agenda, this is an idea, but it fits into being one of the major policies of President Mahama to ensure that the state anti-corruption institutions work. And if that works, we'll be able to save Ghana a huge sum of money. There's a lot that goes down the drains as a result of corruption. The NPP government has siphoned and still siphoning, especially in this last minute. The white man says last minutes are dangerous. Indeed, Akufo-Addo and Bawumia has proven to us that last minutes are indeed dangerous. They are siphoning and grabbing everything, a huge state capture. President Mahama thinks that, look, upon assumption of office, we must investigate Akufo-Addo, we must investigate Bawumia, that 10,000 bags of salary rice, they finally shared our salary rice. It won't go down the drains. PDS, we've lost over $500 million as a result of Bawumia's corrupt practices, where he signed a letter starting a meeting that changed an insurance guarantee, a bank guarantee to an insurance guarantee, and ended up presenting fraudulent documents. We must get back to it and investigate it. Charles Edubwani, we must get back and investigate it. Pius Enamajide, a candidate for jail. We must get back and investigate it. Chinia, in the Upper West region, now he smuggled fertilizer on the back of a donkey. We must get back to it and investigate it. All these people are candidates for jail. And we were able to do that and recoup their money, especially in the National Cathedral. If we're able to arrest people and get them to cover the hole again and prosecute them, we'll save enough money to create jobs for the Ghanaians. So the NPP has refused to listen. All they do is to mount platforms, and we know that they are looking for a steer. We will give them the steer they need, but we are looking for an opportunity to provide sustainable jobs for the Ghanaian people through the game changer 24-hour economy. And so now to land on this, I met a Ghanaian youth who, after I was explaining the 24-hour economy, he kept looking in the sky and smiling. And I said, my brother, why? He said, I can imagine Accra in the night around 12 a.m. where the lights are on in the streets, it's so bright, and people are working. I said, can you imagine it? He said, I can't. He said, my brother, I cannot wait for a 24-hour economy. I said, my brother, it is possible, it shall be possible, and it would come on in 2025 when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, the experienced man, takes over the helm of affairs as President of the Republic of Ghana.
It is possible is not your slogan, or you just used it. That's.
No, it's not. But even the man who says it is possible himself does not believe in the possibilities of
let me go on the other phone line.
That's not the slogan.
Let me go on the phone line. Malik, please be on the line for me. Malik Basintale, his Deputy Communication Officer of NDC. Let me speak to Haruna Mohammed, his Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. Do I have him?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Good evening. The NDC launched its campaign in Tamale over the weekend. Did that shake you at all as a governing party? Looking at the numbers, they said that they filled up the Jubilee Park. The messages were well received.
Thank you very much, Umaru. Good evening to your charity, Jimbes. It did not move us at all. It did not even cross our mind that the NDC were doing something very monumental in the northern region. Remember, this is 16 regions that they were bringing together to fill a Jubilee Park, a park that we have reconstructed and put pavement blocks on them. So we were not moved because we know that we had done a lot of development projects within the Tamale enclave, and we were very sure that what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done and the visit of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so resonate very well with the people of the northern region.
Surely you should be concerned that all the things they said in their speeches, the promises they are making, they say that you promised heaven and delivered nothing close to that. They don't even trust you in the election because you have no message. You are planning to rig the election, they say, and because of that, they are planning to keep vigil on election night through to the following night. As a governing party, you should be concerned about the largest opposition party saying these things about you.
Well, tomorrow they can choose to say what they want, but all that they have said in Tamale, the only promise they could give people of Tamale in terms of what they can offer if they have given him the opportunity to govern, that will directly benefit the people of Tamale was to build an abattoir. In all that they said, all the hours that they spent in Tamale at the Jubilee Park, the only thing that Tamale people, the northern people, could benefit was an abattoir to be built within the Tamale area.
An abattoir is important, isn't it? Considering the livestock.
The first abattoir to be built in Tamale was done under an NPP government. The current one that is existing. In all the years that the NDC has stayed in power, it has never crossed their mind to even say they want to expand the abattoir that we had built. So all that they could do was to say that. But to say that the people of the North are disappointed with the mirage of promises that we have given them, I seek to differ from them. Umaru, ask me why. If you check the performance of the NPP government in the northern region, specifically, let's come to where they launched their campaign. You look at this current government, what we have done. Since independence, it was the first time that we had the independence celebration even within the northern enclave, which the chief, the overlord, the king of that north was there to see to it that this very important event had happened. The first time that we were doing a very greater part of an airport system, the Tamale International Airport Phase 2 project, where we had the high bridge, which was stationed permanently, where we have inner city roads constitute about 5-something kilometers, where we have an expansion of 4,000 meters square of an international airport that had arrival, departure for domestic and foreign, where we have an interchange that was constructed within the Tamale enclave. We had over 40 kilometers of road of tarring them, putting asphalt overlay on them within the Tamale enclave. Look at the number of road infrastructure we are doing from Tamale to Yendi, straight Yendi to Zavijibu to Nachamba, the number one that is at the border in Tatale. You look at the road construction that we are doing from Karaga to Bushogu, from Karaga back to Tamale. You look at the road construction that we are doing within even Tolong constituency. Look at the district hospital we built in Tolong and commission it. Look at the district hospitals that we have built in the Savannah regions and commission it. We continue the Eurojust projects that was left. We completed all of them. We have made greater impact in the lives of the people of the northern region. If you check what Kufuor did, we still perform far better than the NDC. We built the Zabujibu Hospital. We built the Tamale Hospital. We built the Bimbida Hospital. We built a Karaga Polyclinic. We also came and built the Bushagu Hospital. We constructed inner schools for all the districts in the northern region where Kufuor was president. So when it comes to performance, lo and behold, the NDC has always got majority votes from the northern region, but we have outperformed them when it comes to development projects. And I can knock my chest as Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, the first Dagomba man to come from the northern sector as a Deputy General Secretary, that I am very much satisfied. And when I die and lie in my grave, I'll be smiling to heaven.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Haruna Mohammed. He's Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. Let me go and conclude with Malik Basintale. He is from the Savannah region. Malik, he's saying that even the Jubilee Park where you held your event was a park that they renovated. You spent the whole time there talking only about an abattoir for Tamale. That's the only thing you could offer the people of Tamale. They have opened so much and done so much, and he has gone ahead to list all of them. How do you react?
First of all, he wasn't listening to me when I was speaking. And to all the things I was mentioning, it appears he didn't listen to them. But let me just correct these lies he spewed. And I would have been glad if you had asked him some of the projects he was mentioning, how they commenced, where they got the loan from, how much the loan was, and how the projects came into being. You understand? So that we have a very factual conversation. He spoke about Tolong Hospital. If he's on the line, can you ask him for me?
No, he's gone. He's gone off.
I wanted him to know. The entire 5 hospitals, of which Tolong Hospital was part, was 89 million euros. And you know where we got the loan from? We had to go to the Raiffeisen Bank of Vienna to go and then get those loans. In 2016, when the loans were brought, they were supposed to construct 5 hospitals, the Tolong, Sola, BP, Weta, and Somenya. And those were done. So the Sola has a 60-bed hospital, BP has a 75-bed hospital, Bamboya has a 30-bed capacity polyclinic. And those were the contracts that were signed under the NDC. We took the loan. The engineer that undertook those services was called Vamed Engineering Group. These are the questions you should have asked him so that we tell him that he's lied. He doesn't know how they came on board. Okay. The Tamale International Airport, I thought he would have spoken about, the phase 1 and how it even came into being. In 2016, if you remember, President Mohammed escorted the first batch of Hajj pilgrims to Mecca. Do you remember, Sanda? When President Mohammed saw them off for the first time in the history of this country at the Tamale International Airport. If it were not an international airport, how would people have flown from Tamale Street to Mecca in Saudi Arabia? How will they approve?
Malik,
so these are petty things he needs to understand and stop the lies. He's learning so fast.
It's okay. Don't land on that. Malik, let me just move you quickly. What are you doing in Cape Coast next? Are you going to do another campaign launch, or you're launching your manifesto? What's happening in Cape Coast?
I mean, I'm so happy that you're asking this question, because there are many people who even said our campaign launch was more like a manifesto exhibition. There are people who said, look, a campaign, they thought it would just be a normal rally. But it appears as if we were churning out policies.
Malik, you have 30 seconds. I just wanted to have an understanding.
They learned on these things. And so in Cape Coast, we would go for the proper manifesto exhibition. People will know what the nation border has in stock for them. We are not going to Cape Coast to insult like the other one has been doing. We are not going to lie. We are going to show our manifesto to the entire world. We want 1.8 million Ghanaian youth to find hope in the NDC. We want unpaid contractors to find hope in the NDC. We want non-posted nurses and teachers to find hope in the NDC. We want you media men who take a mega salary yet have to battle with high cost of living and high standards of living to find hope in the NDC. We want school children out there to find hope in the NDC. And all these people, including drivers and market women, find hope in the NDC through our solid manifesto will be presented to the people of this country.
All right.
I am certain and confident that, coupled with the grace of God and the will of the Ghanaian people that will be bestowed on us, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama shall be president over the Lion One, over the very arrogant
Thank you so much.
Over the team that has been condemned.
Thank you so much. That's Malik Basintale, his Deputy Communications Officer of the NDC. Earlier you heard Haruna Mohammed, his Deputy General Secretary of the NPP.